We have a special broadcast on the Matt Plapp and America's Best Restaurants channel. We have a special guest. I'm in Las Vegas talking about an event that's taking place in about a month in Las Vegas with David Scott Peters. We'll be back in 1 second. My man, DSP, how is life in Arizona?
It's doing good because it's not cold here yet. I went up visit Rockford, Illinois. It was 38 degrees when I got on the water for a race. It was 78 degrees this morning at 5 a.m. when I got on the lake. So I'm good because I'm still warm. You've got the same climate because you're in Vegas.
Yep.
Same
in
stuff.
Vegas, baby. Look at this view. I mean, I got Mandalay Bay. I got the Luxor. I got the world's largest, seems like McDonald's sign outside my window here. I wanted to have that as my backdrop. My video guy Max is like, dude, you can't do it. It'll wash you out. You're a shadow. And then I kept trying to tell him I could do it. I showed you, and you're like, you can't do it. Turn the hell around.
Well, you kind of ghosted. You just kind of ghosted. You went away.
So we are here to talk about, which, by the way, do you know my dad's from Rockford, Illinois? You mentioned you're up on the Rockford River.
I did not know that. No, I did the Head of the Rock is what the name of the regatta was. I did not know.
I grew up going there as a kid, and we would watch the Rockford water skiing. They'd get this pyramid thing and ski around the river there. So today we are going to talk about an event you've got coming up because I'm a big believer in what you're doing for independent restaurants. You are honestly not saying this because you're on the call because you could probably get me in the headlight, twist my head off, but I'm saying this because I believe it. You are the badass when it comes to helping restaurants organize what they are doing and making it, an actual business. And the quote that sticks out to me the most was about 3 months ago. I'm in Groveport, Ohio, up just, I guess, the suburb of Columbus, and I'm eating at Little Italy. And I had no clue that Avery had signed up with you. And he comes out, and here's the irony of the whole thing, is the Friday before I'm in Nashville, I stop by a restaurant we do business with, and the guy can't get out of the kitchen. It's 2.5 hours I'm there eating with my family, having a good time. He can't get out of the kitchen just to come shake my hand, which I don't get, but whatever. It is what it is. I'm at Little Italy. Next Friday, we had lacrosse games in Nashville and Columbus. And he's sitting at the table with us for 45 minutes. And we're eating, we're chopping it up, we're having a good time, and talking business. And he goes, by the way, thank you. I go, what I do? I'm like, eating your food. He said, you sent the book for David Scott Peters back when we became a client. I read it. I watched every video the guy has ever produced. I hired him, became a client. He goes, Matt, that's why I'm sitting out here, you talking on a Friday night at 8:00 when this place is berserk and not in the kitchen, not doing anything. It's like I'm working about 4 hours. I'm on the schedule about 4 hours a week right now. The other time I'm working on my business and expanding, and it's because of David Scott Peters. And that's what set me up to see this live, because you're having an event in Vegas, which ironically I'm in Vegas now, in a month, talk about the Restaurant Transformation Seminar.
So this is kind of a game changer. And for those of you who don't know me, I've been coaching independent restaurant owners for over 20 years now. And in fact, I used to do a 4-day workshop or seminar workshop, a 3-day. I did 2 days, 1 days. I can't even tell you how many I've given at this point in time. And from the time I sold my old company with COVID and everything going on, I haven't given a live personal event in 3 years. So I'm bringing it back, and it is all the foundational systems that give you what, as you know, the book is Restaurant Prosperity Formula. It's to give you restaurant prosperity, which is freedom for your restaurant and the financial freedom you deserve. It's the foundational systems, the same systems I have in the book, the same systems I put into a premium coaching program and my mastermind group. It's the same stuff. I can provide it to you in 2 days to give you the foundation to absolutely springboard your future. To be able to imagine this. You gave the 2 examples. The restaurant owner who's stuck, a prisoner in their business. That's where a typical restaurant owner gets. You're the God's gift to your restaurant. You've got to do everything. Nobody can do this, ... victim. Whereas Avery, who used to be on the line every Friday, Saturday night, was the only one that could work the oven, get things done. As you said, at the time you saw him was 4 hours a week on the schedule. He's not on the schedule anymore at all. And he's building a brand new restaurant and adding all, new aspects of the business, from an ice cream shop to so on. And he's got a full management team in place, and he's crushing it with your program, increasing his sales, with my program, throwing his profitability through the roof. and not having to be there on a day-to-day basis. And that's what that seminar is really about. It's all the same information, but it's how do you consume it? And for many of us, high-end coaching maybe doesn't fit into our budget or our needs. Maybe we don't think we need that. So that's not a right fit. A book, hey, it's $15, but you got to read it. And then what are you going to do with it? And maybe you don't learn that way. So the seminar, what it does is it allows the people who say, hey, coaching isn't my thing, or I don't want to pay for a premium program, or I don't want to read a book. I want the expert to share with me exactly what needs to be done. Well, that's what we're going to do in 2 days. So in Las Vegas at a meeting place called Meet Las Vegas up in the north end by, Fremont area. And it's November 30th, December 1st, from basically 9 in the morning to 6:30 at night. And it is going to be packed with everything you need, including the damn spreadsheet solutions. I think I give you 98% of everything I'm going to present that you can go home and make change. And I'm going to tell you that if you've ever wanted to know what the formula is, what are the basic foundational things I need to put in place to have a life and make money, that's what I'm going to give you. I mean, I can't simplify it any more than that. Oh, by the way, just on a side note, I suck. I create work. Like, it ain't going to be easy. Like, I'm going to give you work to do. You've got budgets and recipe cards, and you've got to learn how to manage your labor, and you've got to create leaders out of your managers. And like, there's a ton we are going to cover. And in fact, I'm going to be dead straight with you. You're not going to leave in 2 days and go, I'm going to put this in place tomorrow. You've got lots of work to do. But the key is you're going to come home with a plan and all the tools you need, the information you need. Now all you got to do is do the damn work. Does that make sense?
Well, it makes perfect sense. It's like I told a friend of mine the other day, I'm like, you can have the greatest gym membership in the world. You can have access to a personal trainer, but if you don't do the stretching, do the mobility, do your cardio, get some running in, take care of your body, eat right, actually show up to the gym, and then work your ass off, it's not going to happen. And I see that with a lot of small business owners. It's not runs. I'm at this conference in Vegas to do some stuff with a friend of mine I coach at a friend level. He's a big time realtor. The exact thing you're saying is being said out here. It's whether it's realtors or restaurants, it's small business owners. Shit ain't easy.
Man, I will tell you what's interesting about our business is it's magical. I always talk about that the most successful restaurant owners I've ever worked with have two personality traits in common. They have a passion for hospitality. So if you're watching us right now and you've got a passion for hospitality, we need to talk because you belong. You belong in the group of the greatest operators that exist because you want to make it great. You want to give guests the greatest experience possible. You understand that's what your job is because you're not in the food business. You want to compete on food. You're competing with a freaking gas station. I go get food at a gas station. I come to you for an experience. The other is you're persistent. The most successful operators I ever worked with are persistent. If you're still operating right now, you survived COVID, you survived the shortage in product, increased prices, the labor shortage, increased labor costs, and now again, recession, dare I say, you want to call it high inflation, and give a shit what you want to call it. Like, you've had the toughest 2.5, 3 years of anyone in the restaurant business has ever had, and you've survived. So you're already persistent. So what is missing? The missing is, hey, how do I get restaurant prosperity? I've got what it takes, but what am I missing? Well, that formula is very basic. You've got to be the leader your restaurant needs. You need to have a system, a process, a way to doing anything and everything in your business. You need to understand you don't know what you don't know, so you learn every day. And more importantly, when you learn it, you share it with your managers. Ultimately, you've got to be willing to have systems, learn, but hold your management team accountable. Without accountability, who gives a shit if you have systems? And the last piece of the success is you got to be willing to take action. And in this case, just getting your ass to the seminar is the beginning of taking action. Saying, I'm committed to my future and my business. I know I need systems. I know I need to learn. I need to learn how to hold people accountable, but I got to do something. And so if you can't find the 2 days off to travel to Vegas to better you and your business and your team, you're in bigger trouble than you imagine, because this can change your life. And I'm not exaggerating. I've been doing this for 20 years. And if you go home with what I teach you and put it in place, I will guarantee you'll change your life. You'll make more money, and you will, more importantly, have time with your family, your friends. You'll be present when you're out to dinner with your friends and family. You'll be present when you're home with your family, because your phone isn't blowing up with all the dumbass things. Where's the plunger? Are you shitting me? I just left the restaurant. It allows you, I'm going to give you everything the chains have without losing your independence. Love our guests, love our employees, but do what they do well, and that's make money. And so this is your opportunity. Am I going to do this annually? I hope so. But man, with COVID, this is my first super spreader event. Like, I've been avoiding it, but like, it's not, but it ain't going away. So come on to my super spreader event, and let's learn and make a change in your business.
And I tell you what you said there with regards to leaving the business for a couple of days really hits home with me. In September of 2016, I went to an event in San Diego for Billie Jean Shaw, who was my first coach in this marketing world. Because from 2008 to 2016, I did it myself. I knew enough to be dangerous, but it was a shit show. I mean, our clients got great product, but Matt Plapp worked crazy in the business, 80 to 100 hours a week, always on my phone, wife and kids. Like, I was married to this damn device. I didn't have a four walls restaurant. I had a phone that was text, email, you name it. And I went to his event. I flew to San Diego on a Wednesday. I got there at 6 o'clock. The event was Thursday. I left Friday at 6 a.m. and got home. And the whole time at this event, I was still on my computer doing shit. Here I am today in Las Vegas. I got here Monday morning. I'm leaving Thursday morning. I guess that's tomorrow. I think today's Wednesday. And I've probably done an hour of work. And honestly, the hour of work I actually did, I only did it because I'm like, I need to do something because my team's doing it all. Ashley, who's my director of ops, I haven't even talked to her. She's texted me one thing about one of our employees who has a sick mother, and we were talking back and forth, mother-in-law. And Tom on my team hasn't reached out. Doug hasn't called me for nobody on my team I'm kind of lonely. Like, one person did call me and said, hey, can I have this new computer over here that's on the desk? Mine sucks. I'm like, thank God somebody realizes I'm still alive. But the business is running. And that happened because I went to Billie Jean's event. And then Billie Jean eventually, over the course of the next 6 months to a year, taught me how systems and processes to get me out of the business and let me work on it. And here I am now, 6 years later. And I mean, I'm the visionary of our company. I record content like this. I shake hands. I kiss babies. I close an occasional deal. I put out an occasional fire. But I mean, it's Wednesday at, I don't know what time it is. It's like 7:30 back home. And like, I'm useless to my team this week. And I think that's a great feeling. And that's what I foresee this event helping a lot of restaurants. Like, I talked to an owner today who's at a restaurant in North Carolina who's coming to the event. And this is what they need, is that cheat code. But also, it's not going to happen. It's not a pill you take tomorrow and it happens. It's a pill you take every day for the next 24 months so that you can have this life.
Absolutely. Look, I'm not the smartest guy in the world, and I'll be straight up with you. Everything I teach, it's math, it's counting shit. It's a system, a process, a way. It's not rocket science. However, if you implement the same exact thing, no matter whether you're quick service, fine dining, full service, you're just a hot dog stand, does not matter. The same systems apply no matter what the envelope looks like, what you serve. It's people and product. And we've got to learn to run our businesses like a business so that there's a system, a process, a way. And I give you the exact roadmap. And I will tell you, while I'm not the smartest guy in the world, I've made every one of the mistakes that cost you money. It's like having franchise training and support for the person who doesn't want a franchise. And I used to be a franchisor. I know it. I lived it. And it's the same system, the same process, same way. You just have to customize it to your business, your envelope, what style of service, what price point, what quality of product, your core values. But it's proven. And I will tell you that one of the things that I can do really well is there's nobody out there, number one, will teach you what I teach you. I promise you that. I know for a fact I'm the only one. With that said, I'm the only person can present the most boring information, more entertaining, real world, and exciting than anybody else. I will get you thrilled about counting shit, going home and making change and realizing you're going to go home and you're going to get pushback, and you're actually going to be willing to allow those people who want to hold your business back to quit or get fired. You're no longer going to let 1-2 key employees hold you back anymore because it's too hard. Welcome to the toughest business I know. You've got to become the leader your restaurant needs. And this, if you need the kick in the ass to do so, if you need the roadmap to success, I'm going to give that to you. I promise you. And I'm going to tell you, we haven't talked about the investment. The investment's nothing. It's $1,000 for you and a guest for free. You want to bring other team members? It's $500 a seat. That's it. Like if you can't get return 10, 20 times return on your investment, flying out to Vegas, feeding everybody and learning what I'm going to send you home with, you're going home and you ain't doing shit. And that's the reality of it. You can't lose if you come learn and you actually go home and take advantage of it, take action.
And what's even cooler is that you have gifted me a few seats for being involved in the event. I'm going to be there. I'm going to do a small session and talk about some stuff with regards to gathering customer data and restaurants marketing success. Because when you put all these awesome systems in place, that when you throw gas on top of the sales, it's going to just make more and more profit.
Right.
But you gave me, as part of my sponsorship, I have two seats, which is technically 4. And
Correct.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to pay the airfare in the hotel. So I don't have it ready yet, but I'm in this next couple of days. I'm going to get with David on my team, D. Schlatter, who creates magic with automation. And we're going to have a way that restaurants can opt into a contest to win access to this event so that you can come out and have an awesome time. And like I told one of the guys today, I'm like, whether you go to the event for like with your spouse or you come with your manager or general manager, like you're going to come and you're going to leave with stuff. But I love what you said. Yeah, actionable stuff. But I love what you said is you're right. I've been to a lot of events and we've spoken at some. You're the only person I watched. It's funny as shit. It's hilarious. Like some of the things I'm like, I thought I said some crazy crap. This guy's awesome. And it is entertaining. Like I always say, my dad's like a real life cartoon character. Like you would be number 2 of the real life cartoon character. So I agree. People will have fun. They will laugh. They will smile. But also the part I think that can't be overshadowed is you're going to be in a room with 50, 60, 70 other badasses that are in similar situations as your restaurant, 5 states away, and saying, hey, how did you fix this? How are you doing it? And when you're hanging around people like that, like I'm at this conference, I talked to one guy I talked to a minute ago. He's got like a team of 178 realtors.
Wow.
My gosh. I thought me having like 15, 16 salespeople was crazy. This guy's got almost 200 of them. When you're talking to people like that, you only get smarter. And I always say your network is your net worth. And so you combine what you're teaching with the environment, with the systems, the procedures, the spreadsheets, with the network of people. You can't help but take your restaurant to the next level.
And you know what? The networking is huge because we get stuck in our 4 walls and we don't see what other people are doing. So it is an opportunity to mastermind with other restaurant owners and their management team. And I'm going to tell you this, you're going to find different people here. You're going to find the people who are brand new to me and they're looking for some change, and bang. You're going to find people who've known me and been to seminars and workshops and they send their people all the time. You're going to find members in my program right now that are sending their managers to what we call drinking the Kool-Aid, not the Jim Jones Kool-Aid that's going to kill you, but the Kool-Aid that says, hey, I really want to be a part of this. I get it now. Because one of the things that happens is this. You can come to my seminar. Now I'm going to be very clear. Do not
by the way,
come to my.
Jim, did you see Jim? You see Jim on the screen?
Oh, hey, what's up, Jim?
That's our guy I talked to today that you talked to. He's coming to the event. He told me today he's got to get his butt to the website and schedule it. But he's
got to get the credit card out, right? Yeah.
But so I didn't want to interrupt. I just saw that come up.
That's all right. So here's the deal. You're going to be there with other members that have success. So you're going to see people been through the program. Like you're going to been through my group coaching program, still a part of masterminding. But here's the deal. They send their managers, even though they've already paid and learned all this stuff, and they work with me all the time. Why? You're never an expert in your own backyard. I say what they will say, and their managers look at their owners and go, oh, you're like the parent I never wanted. I'm not listening to you. I say it, and I like part the sea because I'm not you. So it's really important that you come, but you bring somebody with you for 2 reasons. One is they hear the message from me, and I part the sea only because I'm not you, not because I'm smarter. It's not because I'm smarter. It's just I'm not you. The other is that you go home with a partner in crime. That I always describe my workshops and seminars like this. If you come alone, you're going to go home and people are going to think you're on crack. I just went to the seminar. I saw this David Scott Peters guy, and we're going to do this and this and this. And they're like, no, that's too hard. We've tried that, and you're alone. You come home with somebody and you learn that day and you go, oh, we could do this and this and this. And you get all fired up. You now have somebody, a partner in crime, and I prefer it's somebody who's going to go home and implement the stuff. Your implementer, somebody who gets shit done. And then all of a sudden, that's the missing piece to success. I will tell you, a part of my group coaching program, I will not bring you in, will not allow you to give me money if you don't have an implementer, somebody who gets shit done. Because you as an owner aren't going to do this work. And when you learn that and understand that you're not the one who's going to do the work, you're going to lead the work, understand the work, ensure it's getting done. Because ultimately, Matt, what I want for your customers, my members, the same damn people, restaurant people, is that a restaurant owner understands that they shouldn't be working down, doing line employee jobs or manager jobs. They should be working up. They should be working on budgets, marketing, developing their managers, leading their team, holding them accountable, moving the business forward, working strategically on their business, not flipping a frickin' burger or clearing a dish unless you're doing it because you enjoy it, not because you have to. You are muted, my friend.
I was muted, yeah. So November 30th to December 1st in Las Vegas. Dino asked where the event is. It's in Las Vegas. And what's the name of the facility? It's up near the old Vegas.
So it's called Meet Las Vegas. It's a converted bank building. They do a real nice job. They got 2 floors with a bunch of meeting spaces and whatever. And I actually, right now, we're already about 40 people in, which is early for that kind of number. So I expect it's going to be 100 plus people. So we'll probably be downstairs. There'll be lots of people for you to see. You're not going to be there alone. You're not going to be there alone. Like, who's the dumbass? I got on this thing. I saw these guys talking. Nobody's here. I'm telling you, it's going to be busy.
Yep. It's going to be a madhouse. So it's davidscottpeters.com/restaurant-transformation-seminar. I'm sure if you go to davidscottpeters.com, there's going to be something that you can find it on there.
Yeah, upper right-hand side, it says live seminar. Just click on that link.
There you go. Click that link, live seminar. It's $1,000. That gets 2 people in the room, $500 a pop. I flew out here for like $200 from Cincinnati this week. Hotels are anywhere from 100 to 200. So you're going to be $1,000 a person into this thing for something that will add 6 figures to your bottom line, I'm sure, when you put it in place in the next 12 months.
Let me put it in perspective. A typical person is going to show up to this seminar, probably doesn't take inventory on a weekly basis to know their actual food or pour cost, doesn't track labor on a daily basis. So that means their prime cost, total cost of goods sold plus total labor cost, is probably running about 78%. I want you at 55 if you do $850,000 a year more in sales. So $1 million business says that's 23 points on the table. That's $230,000 in a year. So do your numbers. How do you not get return on this investment if you just take one idea and do something with it? I'm telling you right now, I've been doing this way too long. I know it can change your life if you take action. And it starts, you got to register and get your ass there.
Awesome. Well, stay tuned. We're going to do a couple more of these lives before. I think what we ought to do is I ought to get you and Avery on a live and talk about the impact that DSP has had on his business and figure that out. But we're going to have, in the next couple of days, I'll announce on my pages, I'll put an email out there with a link that people can click to register to win. And all expenses. We'll do airfare. We'll do hotel. We got the tickets from DSP. And I might even splurge some steaks, some cigars. Who knows? I think my dad's going to probably see this broadcast. But, hey, am I going to Vegas? Because he loves Vegas. So he'll probably come with me. But I can't wait for the event. I'm excited. I appreciate your time. And everybody get over there. Get your credit card out. Click the link. Schedule for the event. And come change your restaurant. Transform your restaurant. Thanks, David.
Thank you for the opportunity, brother.
Talk about